Before we go any further, please subscribe. Yeah, you take the dishes down.
Thanks for dinner, Dad.
And you top up my way.
Yeah.
Yeah, got that husband on a leash. Give me a riff whiff.
Everyone's been saying, why are you and your husband such snakes? But I'm not getting anymore. Well, you were working at the Arsenal game today, weren't you?
I was working at the Arsenal game today.
I don't speak parcel tongue, so... Dang yous.
Speaking of which, you're coughing because you've got COVID?
I do. I've got COVID. I feel okay. I feel like I've got a cold. That's it. And I've got a wee bit of a cough. But I feel fine. And I think the rules are now crack on unless you're dying and infecting people.
You're home anyway.
You have to crack on.
It's weird. There's been this like bit of a boom. But like you say, your protocol was from... So you didn't travel with the squad or anything today and you were...
No, with the home game, but I just went and watched the game. That was
So I wasn't well 2 weeks ago and maybe I had it. And then of course Brooks had his cough and maybe he has it, but then we just thought it was his asthma. But COVID is rife and all that again. It's just weirdly different now. It's like if you get a cold or if you get the flu kind of thing, it's like deal with it as you kind of will. It's interesting. Anyway, so far, touch wood, I'm okay and I can't help it. She lives here, so can't chuck her out. Return of the WSL, like Rush said, I worked for Arsenal today. And Emma Byrne. With Emma Byrne. Well, I mean, oh my gosh.
Speaking parcel tongue.
Very good.
I can't speak that,
Very
so.
good. God, you've been up, haven't you? You've been up early, preparing this chat.
Oh, my barrel of laughs, man.
And it was...
Take it on.
They could...
Oh, done you again.
Done
you
me.
again. You'll not be getting any more work there. That's for sure.
Well, I'm positive, Polly. By the way, it wasn't the start to... It's what worst possible start to the season. Like, seriously, for Arsenal, crashing out the Champions League and now losing the first game of the season to Liverpool. No disrespect to Liverpool in saying that, because they did well last season to stay up. They nicked those points off Chelsea in the first day of the season last time round.
They did.
Maybe it's their opening day of the season luck. I tried to say that on air earlier. I was like, because they got 3 points from Chelsea last time out on the last day of the season. Sorry, the last time round on the first day of the season. Couldn't get my words out. It was
really awkward.
It was tricky for everyone to watch, but it was defensively. Liverpool were so strong. That keeper Shaw, she was outstanding.
Well, I didn't see any of it because I was at my own game. We also got beat 2-0. That was stinking.
Oh, no. Who to? Charlton?
Charlton, yeah.
Excuse me, we're on air.
Keep the noise down.
This is what you need to put up with. Can you all just stop making so much noise? You're coughing and rustling.
I caught a wee bit of the Villa game before our game started. And that looked like, it was a bit of action-packed, a bit of drama going on in that match too.
So Hansen, who'd had the World Day of the international break, sent off, down to 10 men. United scored, Villa equalised, Rachel Williams...
No, you've got that wrong. Villa went 1-0 up, and then...
Then Hansen got sent off?
No. Hansen was sent off, right? And then Rachel Daly scores, but then not right long after United score. And then in the 92nd minute, I think Rachel Williams scores.
Interesting.
So it was action-packed, another last-minute goal.
From Rachel Williams?
With United and Villa.
Excellent.
But, Rachel Williams is a big handful, isn't she?
She doesn't stop.
She doesn't stop. There's no stopping her.
It's great that she can come on though and cause the impact like that. Like
I'm buzzing to start watching all the games.
Yeah.
Just caught the Chelsea game here. And Spurs had chances. Spurs could have, on a different day. I think Martha Thomas has a couple of chances. But they kept going. But Chelsea hung in there. But Chelsea look going forward that Fisher. Is that her name?
Yeah.
Fisher. And Lauren James look like they could be a joke. And you've got Sam Kerr, who's not back yet, Erin Cuthbert, who's not back there. Their squad's quite frightening. But I do think they'll concede goals. There's a wee bit of a vulnerability there at times. I think they will concede some chances, but going forward, they look pretty frightening.
Absolutely. Like we say, Chelsea then, they won that game at Stamford Bridge 2-1. And one of the other results today that stood out... what I was going to say was Spurs and that result, when you said they looked okay, because I didn't get to watch the full thing, I saw a bit of the second half, but this new manager, Robert Villaman. Feel your man. He's a Villa man. But he wants to play like attractive football that we all want to see. So did you think it looked more positive for Spurs, considering where they were last season in relegation?
They looked like they looked decent enough. They were creating chances, so I mean that's positive.
Leicester beat Bristol City at home. I think that was 4-2. Entertaining game, it sounds like.
Goals galore.
Absolutely. And then Manchester City won 3-1. I want to say.
Was it? I thought it was 2-0.
Dad, can you just check the results?
I don't know what you've been smoking.
It was 3-1. 2-0.
It was 2-0. I don't know what you were.
Somebody won 3-1. Brighton.
No,
who won 3-1?
That was 2-1. You're on a different.
There you go. 3-1. Southampton, Birmingham.
But we're not even talking about that league. You can't just start dipping it. Your taxis outside. You should go home now.
Everton, Brighton. Interesting. It was 2-1. God, calm down.
Just for clarification,
got 2 kids and
she's
hold down a full-time job.
What she's talking about, but
someone 3-1.
We all know that now.
I was talking about Birmingham, okay?
I was talking about Championship.
But what I was going to say is, like, going back to the Arsenal game, like all the strength and depth, all the recruitment, and like, but it wasn't their best performance at all.
Were they creating chances?
Yeah. Yeah, they actually had a number of chances in the first half.
They couldn't finish their dinner.
No, and then defensively, Liverpool were good. They were really, really on it. So yeah, and also one thing we can say as a positive was the attendance record of the WSL was broken. 54,000 fans there, so that's...
You love to see it.
You love to see it, and then I think the next game's there as well. Villa.
Oh, is it?
At the Emirates. So it's Manchester United on Friday. What a test that's going to be. That's away, and then I think it's Villa at the Emirates next weekend. So again, it'll be good to see if they can keep the attendance record going, but the performances need to improve. Let's just focus on Chelsea as well quickly. Manchester United, like we say, Rachel Williams coming on and doing the job towards the dying minutes of the game. This is going to be the most intense, I think, WSL title race ever, even though we said that last time around and it went down at the final day.
Yeah. I think the league's just getting stronger and stronger. There's a lot more competition in it.
Yeah, and you can't underestimate teams like Liverpool. Clearly.
People are going to play their strengths and they're going to try and frustrate teams, especially when you're playing the better teams. You know you can't go toe-to-toe with them. So you're going to need to maybe make it difficult for them, frustrate them, time waste a bit if you can. Obviously, the rest are cracking down on that.
10 minutes added time at Arsenal today. 10 minutes.
Yeah, they're adding in so much minutes right now. It's quite crazy, but that's the new rules, isn't it? That's what it's going to be. But I'm looking forward to watching the games, and obviously we're not in the league, so you get to kind of watch it as a fan now, so it's quite exciting. But
who are you going to support? Villa?
I think I'll support Villa because there's a few good eggs there, some of the girls. So yeah, I'll be getting right behind them.
Did any of them get in touch about their wet tops? Is anyone uncomfortable about that?
They all text me saying we get wet tops. What kind of question's that?
Oh, that was the debate going into the game.
Why would they?
Have you not
asked me about this
one?
But why would anyone just get in touch with me about that?
No, you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying.
Again, your taxi's pulled up.
It's time to go. Spiky today. COVID's got the worst of her. Okay, well, cheers and.
If anyone wants to come and not know anything and clarify nothing, come here because we don't have a clue what's going on. But I think you could be worse than me.
Like and subscribe. 3-1. Leave a message.